Behind the scenes at Cars and Coffee with Joe Pep.
That's right, around the world and through the nation. We're here today, Saturday afternoon, and we're at our local Cars and Coffee, and with us is Michael Hamby, who is also a member of the Antique Automobile Club of Cape Fear, and this is his prized 1923 Model T Ford. So Mike, tell us a little bit about the car. What kind of people owned a car like this back in the day?
Okay, so this car was marketed by Henry Ford to be the everyday car. He expected everybody to own one. It could be owned by a farmer or a doctor or a family. These cars weren't just used on the road, but also it was not uncommon for a farmer to jack up the back end of the car and hook up to a belt around one of the wheels and drive a piece of equipment with it as well.
So you could actually put this car in the field and work it as farm equipment, and then on Sunday take it to church.
Absolutely. In fact, I found an interesting little caveat about that whole saying. You know, I said, I can only imagine. I've seen all the videos, pictures, and everything else of driving in these cars in the mudded roads, and I was like, there's no way that these things got around that good. Well, this past winter, when it snowed, I've got a big 1-ton diesel 4-wheel drive pickup truck and drove it in the snow. But also I said, this before everybody got out on the roads and they got the salt in them, I said, let's take the Model T out. So I've got video and pictures of driving in the Model T in the snow.
Right, I remember you posted that last year going to Wrightsville Beach there. So let's have a tour of this. And here's some car fans. Come on through, it's okay. Everybody wants to see a Model T because probably your great-grandfather had one.
Probably. Not this nice.
So Mike, let's walk over here. We could start from the front. And what makes a Model T more distinctive than like a Chevrolet or a Dodge?
They're all black.
They're all black.
Or at least from 1919 until 1926 they were in. But there were different shades of black, but they were all black. They also
different shades of black. Wow.
They had wood demountable wheels. They didn't go to the wire wheels till 26, 27.
Now, when I first saw this, and I know it's not a mailbox, but what are these right here?
So everybody asked me what these are. So back in the days, you didn't have a gas station on every corner like you do now. There might be 100 miles before you got to a gas station. So you would carry extra fluids with you. The red one is gas, the gray one is antifreeze, and the blue one is extra engine oil. So if you're out,
extra engine oil, wow.
And one of the reasons why you carry extra gas, in fact I've had to use this tank twice now, is there is no fuel gauge on this car. You take a stick and dip the tank. Well,
where's the gas tank on this car?
Underneath the passenger seat, which I can show you when we
get
to the car. But when you run out of gas, it just starts sputtering and stops. It doesn't give you any signs that you're low on gas. One night I was coming back from a wedding and ran out of fuel and had to pull over and take my can and dump it in and got me.
Okay, so the red is for gas, and the gray is
antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
And the blue is oil.
Is oil. Wow. Can you take one out? Is
Sure.
that a pain in the butt to do that? So let's say we needed oil. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's your caps. I see.
it.
Got it. Yep. You got your oil there. Wow. Taught an old dog new tricks. That's amazing. Now everybody just goes to the Quickie Lube and has their oil changed. Wow.
And truth be known, I do have a quart of oil under the seat.
Right.
But the biggest one of these two are the ones I'm concerned about having, which would be the antifreeze and the gas.
Now, what's with the welcome mats on the running boards there?
So these are what they call step plates or boot plates that would keep you clean your feet off when you get in the car, but also it keeps your running boards from getting
scratched.
Scratched up like these are.
So you save the paint, because after a while it would go right down to the bare metal, and then you would have rust.
These fenders are original to this car.
Wow. Now, what size wheels do we have right here?
Don't get me
Offhand?
wrong. They're 30 by 3.5
Wow.
on clincher rims.
Wow. And then we have our traditional North Carolina license plate, which is really cool.
And that is an original plate.
I think they should bring that back. And you know, the back is so distinctive of the cars from back then. So, and then of course here you have to have, in modern day traffic, you got to have your lights so that people can just see you, so they don't run into you. A habit of people when they see old cars is they drive too close, and they can cause an accident. Wow. Here we got some car fans right here. You ever see a Model T Ford?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And see, even we have someone with Chevrolet checking out a Model T Ford. There you go. Mike, you want to show us the interior of the car?
Sure.
Wow. And this is the original upholstery?
Original upholstery.
Wow. You even have a dome light from 1923. And of course, this car has all the extras, like a steering wheel and an electric gauge and a place to put the key. Wow. And of course, you got a place to put a cigar. That's great. Hey, Mike, why don't you show us how to start one of these car things? I think it'd be fantastic for our audience here.
All right.
Oh, you wanted to show us something here.
So unlike a normal car, normal shifting system in a normal car, this has 3 pedals. The left pedal is not your clutch. Your left pedal, actually, if you mash it forward, it goes into low range. If the emergency brake is off and it comes back through the center position, which it is now, and is all the way out without your foot on it, that's high range. The middle pedal is for reverse and the right pedal is for the brake. You can use a combination of all 3 pedals all at the same time to slow down and stop this car.
And then what really blew my mind when you were teaching me how to drive a Model T was to put it in reverse to slow down.
You can put it in reverse to slow down.
That just goes against everything I was brought up to. Wow. So why don't you show us how to start one of these cars?
So first you set your spark advance, which is already set on the other side. And then there's your throttle that you set. We turn it to battery.
Okay. So folks, you got to remember, you want to go out, you need milk, and it's pouring rain out. And this is what you would have to do in 1923 to start a car.
Pull the crank handle. First, this car is hot, so I don't need to do it, but you would pull this brass wire, which is the choke, and crank it 3 times over before turning the key on to prime the engine. But this car was just driven for a good ways, so it's good and warm, so it should start.
Wow.
So that it's on, engage the crank, hold it with your hand like this. Do not wrap your thumb around the crank, it will break your thumb. Also, never crank it with your right hand because you can break your arm. Once it's running, that could adjust the time.
Wow. So if it's pouring rain, you're going to get a wet ass.
You're going to get wet.
You're going to get wet. And if a snowstorm, you're going to have a ton of snow on you.
But Henry did do something right. In, I believe it was 1920, there was an option for the electric start. And this car does also have the optional electric start. So I can jump in it, hit the button and go. But it's a whole lot more fun to hand crank it, and it draws a whole lot more attention.
Wow. Well, Michael.
I'll pop the hood for you.
Oh, we're going to see the engine now.
I can make it where it will. Let's do it.
how many cylinders we have here, Mike?
4-cylinder. This car has also been modified just a little bit for the previous owner was big in touring and he wanted reliability. So it has a distributor, it has an alternator, it has an electric fan. But other than that, it's all stock original.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Well, Michael, thanks so much. If you have any questions for Michael, text me on Facebook. You know how to get a hold of me. Michael will be more than happy to ask any questions. Michael's also been on Every Car Has a Story with Joe Pep and Dusty on 106.7, the Big Talker Radio in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. Thanks so much, Mike.
You're welcome.